I think what's attractive is that what you do is you miss it. You're watching and you're amazed, and it's gone. It's gone. Poof! You think, what? He did it. He turned. He flipped. The light. It's it's sort of Olympic type performance. Your eye isn't quick enough. You're much quicker than.
Yes.
You almost need to do it slower so we can be more impressed.
Yeah.
And I think what I can bring to that is I can catch that moment.
Yes.
Which you can't. From an audience, you can't do it. This is why we need this process where we go through it, and you will actually stop forming, hold it, and do it, and we can sort of analyse what's going on and break it down like an animation sometimes. But the wonderful thing about bronze is that it lasts forever. When we make these bronze casts, 300 years from now, when we're all dust, these will still be here. When you're making creative things, I think if you find everybody involved, rather like a theatre performance, if everybody knows what they're doing and everybody's good at their game, and then you bring those things together, that's when it gets interesting, rather than just working in isolation.
I understand that what I do is a lot about movement, and it's you don't have enough time sometimes to. Like in a sculpture, you will have enough time to see each tiny bit of the body and the tension, and really get the time of the effort of being in that position. What is the effort of being in the position? And in the movement, because it's just a brief moment and I'm in the air and far from the audience, they don't have the time to observe all the tension involved in the movement. But at the same time, this is what we like in this show. This is what we want. This is what I want. I want to give something that is effortless, elegant, and simple, but it's not simple at all, and it's not easy at all. I feel very, very happy to be posing for you, and I don't know exactly how I feel about this thing about being forever immortalized. Yes. It's a weird thing to think that I don't know what will happen with the world, but maybe 300 years from now, think that someone will, in a sort of a way, have me in a paradoxical way.
I think another kind of privileged thing is I'm getting to see it at an angle where nobody does, because you're up in the air and everybody sees it going up, and so many of these movements I'm analysing how you're getting in and how you're getting out. And we're seeing it at ground level and from above, and the audience is missing out. But in the sculpture, they'll have that opportunity to see those rhythms and those points and lines that are evident throughout 360 degrees. This is the working model, so we're analysing the rhythms, and then we'll move to the full.
And then you have to analyse as well the durability of having a piece in bronze of holding up.
There's an engineering aspect to it.
Okay.
Yeah. But the silks largely resolve that for me.
Okay.
They're natural props, and they're not contrived. Very often with sculpture, you want something in the air, so you end up naturally contriving some kind of situation. But having the silks as actually structurally part of it, with the rhythms, with the tension above and the softness below, is fantastic. It's absolutely made for sculpture. If it hadn't been invented, it would have had to been invented for sculpture.
Who knows? There's different stories about the invention of silks. There's drawings from 3,000 years ago in China of people doing acrobatics in silks.
It's a long way from traditional trapeze, isn't it? Which you think of a circus. It's
a completely different material, but there's stories of has been used for a long time ago, and then was kind of forgotten, and then someone had the idea, but rediscovered, and then now it's very, very popular. Pain is a lot of with the mind. Most of the moves that I'm doing in the silks in the show, they used to be crazily painful at the beginning when I start training, and then you just train and you just used to use the right muscles and contract the right places in the body, and then the pain is gone. also because you get used to it. You can ask any circus performer when they start doing their discipline, there was obviously one thing that was like impossible painfully to do, and after a point you just stop feeling the pain because you get used to it. And because we've been doing a lot of shows in London and we don't have a lot of time for the body to recover. I have small little injuries in the elbows and in the wrists that you're in the pose and you feel bone hitting bone on the wrist, and you just go like, okay, just hold a little bit more, it's fine. But yeah, it's a normal thing for every circus performer life.